Welcome back to a short build guide. Today we are taking you through the MG12 Lasgun and what I run for my absolutely range DMR weak spot damage build, where we just kind of shoot everything in the head and do an absolute butt ton of weak spot damage, as you can see. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications to come to live streams. We're live streaming a lot. I would like to see some more dudes out there. So the power sword is where we get started. This is my standard power sword. I run it on basically every veteran build, but you could also run something like the chain sword is really good now, and there's a lot of good shovels as well since the game got updated. But let's try and get this done in under 5 minutes, so I won't be too long there. So you need a high, the most important here are the high damage and the high cleave damage. Those are the most important two for the power sword. You'll do an energized attack, you'll sweep through the enemies, and with slaughter stacking up when you do your charged attacks, you actually don't need to keep doing the charged attacks. You can just hit spam melees into hordes and you'll probably be just fine. That's why having higher cleave targets is better as well. And then mobility and finesse, not so important. We take plus flak armor to enemy damage because the power sword would struggles at killing them really fast, so taking that flak armor damage helps you kill them a little faster. And then taking this melee weak spot damage, so hitting melee weak spots on flak armored enemies helps you kill them really fast. And it also helps you do melee weak spot damage to everybody else in the game, including those crushers. So having this really helps you clear out crushers a little bit better too, but we don't struggle with crushers that much, so we're not going to take carapace armor damage. This gives us a little bit more rounded to everybody in the game. And we take slaughter. You just need something that gives you plus power on hit or kill, or plus damage on hit or kill as this blessing. And you absolutely need Power Cycler 4, Power Cycler 3 if you have to. I'm sorry if you don't have Power Cycler 4. Keep up the grind, my dude. So then for the MG12 Lasgun, you absolutely need high damage. High stability is nice because we're going for weak spot hits, and high stopping power. Stopping power affects our armor penetration, so you absolutely want high stopping power. Ammo, funny enough, is actually a dump stat in a way because the MG12 Lasgun is so ammo efficient. So if you have 50, I wouldn't go for 22, that's a little low, but if you have 50% ammo, 50% mobility, you're doing fantastic. So then we take flak armored enemy damage just so we can make sure we're getting one shots on flak armored enemies. A lot of elite and ranged enemies are flak armored, so having this flak armored helps us with that. And we also have 10% range weak spot damage, and you'll see in this build, all we do is take everything in the talent tree that gives us weak spot damage and damage bonuses to elite and whatever enemies. So then we have opening salvo. Opening salvo gives you your first shot plus 18% power or plus 20% power if you got number 4 or something like that. So every time you shoot and then you stop for like 1 second, it'll reset. So this is up quite a lot. And then for this build specifically, we want Headhunter for this increased crit chance. But if you don't go for crit chance in this build, you don't go for the marksman presence or whatever at the end of the talent tree, you could go for something like Ghost, which makes you immune to ranged fire, or something that makes you better against ranged enemies. You can really roll in whatever you want in there. So then for our Curios, we have a stamina, a health, and a toughness. You could get rid of the stamina and add a wound, or you could get rid of the stamina and add another toughness. Really up to you. I would definitely take toughness before you get rid of the health toughness curio. I would get rid of the health curio, but I would definitely recommend 1 toughness, 1 health, and then on those run plus max health, plus gunner resistance, plus max toughness, or block efficiency. I'd put gunner resistance on all of them probably. So then to the talent tree, we come through the left side here, and we take our damage bonuses that we can get. We want more damage bonuses for weak spot and just damage bonuses overall. We take the crack grenades because they really help us against large enemies, monstrosities, bulwarks, crushers, and scab maulers. These are great for dealing with those guys, but if you really want to, you can take the shredder frag grenades. I wouldn't recommend it though. The crack grenades are definitely the best for this build. Then we have a health boost. I come over here to make our melees a little bit better. This is a significant boost to the melee, especially when you get this agile engagement. This can actually end up being a 35% damage bonus that you can have up almost extremely consistently for your melee, and 25 for your range, so that's very big bonuses. Then we have 5% range damage, so just in here you have up to 30% range bonus if you have those activated. We have catch a breath. That's great. This gives us basically unlimited ammo, and it's far better than these other two, and it also gives all this ammo to your teammates, so highly recommend Survivalist. Reload boost, that's fine, we have to come through it. We come over here to demolition stockpile just because we want more crack grenades. They are very utilitarian, very powerful for us, and they really make up for a spot where our build struggles. Oh no, we're coming up on 5 minutes. Kill zone, 15% base damage when no enemies are nearby within 8 meters. 8 meters is not that far in this game. You can absolutely manage that. This ability's up a lot. Executioner's Stance is the funnest part of this build. You're outlining ranged enemies and elite enemies or whatever, whoever it is, and you're doing more weak spot and damage bonus, base damage. So deal 15%, 25% more range damage, and 25% more weak spot damage. You have all these enemies outlined, all these ranged enemies outlined, and then you are refreshing it. So you can stay in this forever and just ping dudes in the head. Lots of fun. It's the main part of this build. So then we have 5% more range damage. Come over here to the right, suppression, that's fine. Your combat ability gives you 10% base melee damage and range damage for 5 seconds. That's nice, but what we really want to get to is this tactical awareness to get this Executioner stance up even more. And then we're going to come down through here. You actually have to take suppression immunity. That way it's really easy to hit ranged targets, and the ranged targets aren't making it impossible to shoot them. 30% weak spot damage, that's a huge bonus, and we want that. 25% more ammo, have to take it anyways. 15% damage to elites, great. 10 seconds, weak spot damage, hits gain 20% power. That's quite a lot. 10% toughness damage reduction. Then we're taking Marksman's Focus. This gives you more crit chance, and that's going to really pair well, or crit damage, that's going to really pair well with our Headhunter for crit chance that we have here. But if you really want to, and I increase the stacks here, I don't think the tunnel vision is nice. Chink in the armor, absolutely do not take that. But if you really want to take, you could take tunnel vision and skimp somewhere else. But what I also recommend is maybe you just take all 3 of these off, and maybe you take, you know, like the grenade replenishment, and you can get down here and run some sort of focus target if you want. I would probably go for the plus toughness maybe or something. But, you know, you can come down here, or you could even come down in here to the right side and boost up your melee damage or something if you really wanted to. But yeah, that is the build, everybody. We did it in less than 7 minutes, so we went a little bit over today. But, you know, that's all right. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope this got you into the MG12 Lasgun. Just hang around, hit weak spots. That's the whole theme of this build, is to be the DMR boy. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.